start with data sorting and filtering. So far, we have covered the basics in Excel in terms of the basic layout of Excel, what is the workbook, what is the worksheet, what is referred to as rows and columns and cells, what is a quick access toolbar. Then we started working a little bit of handling our rows and columns, deleting, inserting, moving the sheets, renaming the sheets, adding, deleting the sheets. Little bit we understood about the formatting of the cells, alignment. So pretty much, most important things that we work in the home ribbon of font alignment numbers, these things are done. One more thing is important in this particular ribbon, which is conditional formatting. This we'll do a little later, since it would require a little bit knowledge of your functions of Excel as well. So this part I'll do it later. Now we are going to move to the data ribbon. Okay, not all the ribbons are used all the time, so don't feel that, don't think that I'm skipping all the insert, draw, layout formulas. Mostly I'm going to talk about the tools in the ribbons which are mostly used. So after home, the mostly used ribbon is pretty much the data filter, where we will understand how to do sorting, how to do filtering. We'll understand your text to column. We'll understand how to remove duplicates from our data. So those will be the main areas of focus now in the data ribbon. So we are going to start with the sorting process. What is sorting? What do you understand by the word sorting? Arranging or organizing different data. Now, why do we need to arrange or organize different data sets? What is the need? Or when will you think about, okay, now I should sort my data? We can work with highest to lowest. What about the fields like text fields? What do you do in that? A to Z, that is there. But what is a work? Why would you go and sort a text column? See, whenever you're learning anything, you have to concentrate on two parts. One is, how am I going to do it? And second, which is the most important part, is why or when should I do it? So I can teach you what is sorting, what is filtering, all these things. But if you don't understand why am I learning it and why and when should I use it in my work, then it will be difficult to retain it. Okay. So what is sorting? Sorting is rearrangement of the data. Why I'm using the word rearrangement? Because data is already sorted when it comes to us. It may be a software you are using, or let's say you're not using a software, but you're typing in and making these Excel sheets, data entry. Still, there is going to be a certain order in which you enter the data in the sheets. Or is it like, randomly we keep on entering the data? There is always an order, right? Yes, always there is an order in which you are entering the data. So what we are doing is we are rearranging the data to make it more useful to us based on the problem. What kind of rearrangements we do? If we are talking about numbers, we might work with highest to lowest, the kind of examples we got. Or we might do the other way around, right? Lowest to highest. Now, why would we want to do highest to lowest or lowest to highest on a data set? Let's say I've got these car sales. So I've got a date, I've got the car types, I've got the customer cities where it was sold, I have the sales value, I have the COGS, which is your cost of goods sold. Okay, COGS is nothing but a cost of goods sold. So think about it. This is the cost price. This is the sales value. And what we are selling cars in different cities. So if someone comes to me and say, okay, Shani, which car did you sell with the highest price? So instead of me going through the data one by one and understanding which one is the highest, what I can do is I can sort the column, right? To see which one has the highest. So I can do, how do you sort? I can do a right click. Once you do a right click over here itself, you get sorting order. Since I am in a column of numbers, it is giving me smallest to largest and largest to smallest. So if I do largest to smallest, I'll get 56,000. So I can tell on 29th of May 2014, Toyota car was sold in City 11 at a sales price of 56,000. So it helps me to understand the data a little faster, make it useful for me. And when I've done this thing, I can also understand that what was the sales value of my, let's say, top 5 cars. Easier to understand. Clear? So what was the process we followed? We did a right click on the column. We went to the sort, and over here we selected largest to smallest or smallest to largest. Right click on the column which we want to sort, and then select order. And that's it. When it comes to text data type, what will we get? We will get A to Z or Z to A. Okay, so again, going back, if I wanted to sort the car type by A to Z, Z to A, I can simply right click and sort and make A to Z. Now, what is the other work that it is doing for me? The other work it is doing for me when I say sort by A to Z or Z to A is, it is getting all the similar data for me. So all my ODs are kept together now. Right? Similarly, all my Fords are kept together now. So if I wanted to do any kind of analysis on all the different cars, then it becomes easier if they are put together in a group. So in case of text, when you do A to Z or Z to A, it helps us to group the similar data together. That is the work of it. So far, so good, right? Okay. Process is the same. We are going to right click and choose the sorting order. Now, the next data type that we can work with is a date. So in date, what do we get? We get oldest to newest, or the vice versa, newest to oldest date. Process remains the same. And again, it helps us to understand from the date point of view, okay, let's say what was the last transaction by a particular customer, or what was the last time that the customer had filed a claim. So all these kind of things we can easily understand through the date sorting. Process will remain the same. When you're typing date and you see when you're pressing enter, it aligns towards the left side, means it is not being recognized as a date by Excel. And then when you right click on it, it won't give you a sorting order of oldest to newest or newest to oldest. It will give you A to Z and Z to A. If I had a column, let's say I've got a date column and it's like Jan 2020, and then it's in December 2020. So if something like this is a text. You will have to see whether it's stored as a text or it is stored as a date. Okay. And very simple thing to do, because I think what you're doing is you're going directly to the data and doing A to Z. That's why you're not able to understand what is this being read as. So if you right click on it and when you click on sort, if it is giving you A to Z in over here, meaning it as a text. Okay. Simple sorting of the columns. Now, I am sure you also have faced this thing that it's not just one column that I want to sort all the time. I might want to sort multiple columns. A simple example, I am selling various type of cars, right? Now I want to see the Honda cars, what was the highest to lowest sales for Honda, and similarly, what was the highest to lowest for Fords, what was the highest to lowest for Subaru. Correct? So what do you think has to be my first step? So like what I'm trying to make you understand is that I want to look at the data that there is a car type, right? And for a particular car type, let's say Honda, I would want whatever is the maximum value, followed by the next value, followed by the next value, and so forth. And when this is done, then I will go to the next car and then look for the sales value from highest to lowest. So I want this for all the Honda cars, then I want it for all the Ford cars, and similarly for rest of the cars. So this is the effect I want. So which column should I sort first? The car type. So I should first do on the car type and then I should do on sales. Now, since when you're doing sorting, this row in Excel tables are called records. So when you're sorting, a record is moving. It's not one cell. It's not that this particular Honda cell will move up and down. The entire row moves, right? The entire row moves up and down. So when you're sorting by more than one column, my advice to you would always be, instead of doing A to Z, Z to A, because when you sort this, I'll show it to you. So let's say we say I want to sort A to Z. So I did this. Then you will go to sales column and you will say that Eeshani said highest to lowest. So you will say right click, let me do highest to lowest. Did it give us the effect we wanted? No, but you did what I told you. I told you I want to do car type. You said yes. So we went and did for car type. Then we went and did for sales. So it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because I'm trying to do it individually. And like I was saying, that when one cell moves, so the whole record moves. So when car types are moving, sales are moving. When sales are moving, car type will move again. So anytime you want to do multiple column sorting to get the effect that I had asked for, that I want the car types, then I want the sales value, we will right click and we will go to sort, but this time we'll go to custom sort. So this sort, custom sort, all of them are over here also in the data ribbon. This is your A to Z, Z to A. But necessarily does not mean it will do only A to Z. If you are working in numbers, like so if you click over here, this is your lowest to highest. This becomes highest to lowest. And when you're working in the dates, this shows as the oldest to newest and newest to oldest. And this button over here is your custom sort. So once you are in your data set, go to custom sort. Automatically, it should pick up your table. Don't have a habit of picking up the tables for Excel. And then over here, make sure that this is checked. My data has headers. What does it mean? That the first row, like your row number 4, has the headers. Headers mean what? The fields by which I can read my columns. So date, car type, customer city, sales, cost of goods sold, these are my headers. So I'm saying my data has headers means the first row of my data is the fields. And then you can add levels. So we are going to add a level. So we want to sort by the car type. What do you want to sort? We want to sort on the cell value. What is the order? It is A to Z, or it could be Z to A. Okay. Then we can add another level. So once I've sorted my car type, now what I want to sort the sales value. And I want to sort it by highest to lowest. So largest to smallest. And we click OK. Now do you see we got the right output? So we've got the Audi cars. And if you look at the Audi cars, the sales value, you will see it is from highest to lowest. And as soon as it changes the car, let's say we went to Ford then, suddenly you will see it has bumped back to 46. Why? Because now it is working in the highest to lowest inside the Ford car type. When you apply filters, filters also have, sorting elements built into it. Right? So when you apply filters, the sorting options are also there. Yeah. So either you can sort from here, and either you can right click and sort, or you can go to your data ribbon and you can sort. All three do the same thing. All right. So like this, we can add different levels to it. Okay. So you can have 2 columns, you can have more than 2 columns. It doesn't matter. So I can have multiple columns, right? So what I did is I said I'm going to sort by customer city, and I want to sort by the sales value, not the city, sorry. I want to do it by car type and the sales value from largest to smallest, and okay. So this has done our work. Now, one last thing over here in sorting. Sometimes I'm sure you also have data where, let's say, something like this is there. Day is given or month is given, right? Let's say the day is given as equal to text. Don't worry about this formula. I'm just trying to create a field that I need. So for example, I've got this data where the days are given. So instead of saying 27/11/2013, 20th 4 2014, I want to see the data in terms of the day of the week. It's a Wednesday, it's a Sunday, it's a Tuesday, it's a Monday. Now let's say I want to understand, just generally to look at it and see that on Mondays, what were the sales? On Tuesdays, what were the sales? So how will I do the sorting? I want to get all the Mondays together, all the Tuesdays together, all the Wednesdays together. So how will I do the sorting? Can I do A to Z? Will it work? So when I do A to Z, I get all the Fridays. Then I am looking at, let me put it on the smaller data set. Okay, so if I do A to Z, this is what it is doing. Is the order correct? Is it nice to see Friday and then Monday and then Saturday and then Sunday and then Thursday again and then Tuesdays and Wednesday? No. So even if we have sorted and we've grouped them together, but it really doesn't give us a very good idea about our data because it's not in a proper order. In custom sort, where should I go? This is custom sort. Now where? Sort by. Okay. Day. Sort by is day. Sort on. I'm picking simple. Cell value. Order. It did A to Z, right? Because F come before M. So it did that in that order. But when you think about the days of the week or the months, they are not exactly in A to Z manner, right? So where will we find it? We'll find it in custom list. So what's the role of custom list? What does a custom list do is typically if I have a predefined order of my text, which is not a typical A to Z, then I can create a new list in my custom list, or like in our situation, these are already predefined in Excel. Like there's already a list called Monday to Sunday in a short form. There is Monday to Sunday in the whole expanded form. For the months, it's there. So it's already existing. So all I need to do is go in my custom list saying, okay, this is the custom list I want. Click OK, and now it will give me the proper order. Because otherwise it is doing A to Z, but A to Z is not the order of the weekdays or the months. Is it clear? How do you create a list? So in this, new list is already selected and we are going to add the entries over here. So I can type in, and if I don't want to type in, then let's say the list is very long. So I just don't want to sit and type in also. So the problem is that if I try to copy the list and go to data, and then, from data, we go and sort and we try to create a custom list, you will see I am pressing Control V, but nothing is happening. Trust me, I'm pressing Control V for pasting. Nothing is happening. I'll put right click, copy paste, everything is disabled. And why it is happening? Why it is happening? Because this is kept in 4 different cells. If in one single cell and I would have picked up like this and copied and pasted, that would have worked. But it's not able to pick cells and convert it into one single value. So what is our way out? Do you all work in Word? Where you must be working with the reports, Word app. So open one of the Word apps. And all you need to do is, from Excel, copy and paste. Now, why did I do this? Excel has cells. Word does not have cells. So when I copy and paste, it becomes one single value instead of 4 different values in this. So I can copy this, right? And go back to my data, custom sort, and regions, custom list. And this time when I paste it, it worked. So why I'm telling you this thing, you could have typed it out. There are just 4 values over here, but the best practices says, let's try to avoid as much as possible the manual typing it. The reason we make a lot of mistakes, spelling mistakes while typing it. The cases may be different. I may write everything in all small. Somebody may be writing everything in all caps. So cases is a problem. Spelling is a problem. So the best thing is to copy and paste if the list is already there. And we click on add and we click OK. Now my list order is from southwest to north to southeast and vice versa. Both A to Z, Z to A. Now, if I click OK, I will get all the southwest, followed by all the, again, this data is going to make us go around, followed by northwest, followed by northeast, and last is southeast. Is it clear what I did? Second thing, which is again very important, just like sorting of the data is important for us. Another thing which is important for us is filtering. What is the role of filtering? Like, why would I need filtering? What does filtering do? If I have, let's say, 100 records and I'm trying to do some kind of analysis, or I'm trying to work on the data of a specific need, then we do filtering. If I want to work on all the data, I'll do sorting. But if I want to do specific based on a certain condition, I want to work on only that particular data, then I'll do filtering. So the first thing is why we need filtering. It is done to get specific data based on our conditions, right? Simple example, if I wanted to, so I've got a lot of car types over here, right? I've got a lot of days over here. Now, if someone comes to me and say, Eeshani, we want to analyze Audi cars. So what I need to do is, I need to apply filters. So how do you apply filters? So I'm going to select one cell of the table. On the top, same place, data ribbon. I've got this funnel shape. This is called filter. So once you click on it, as soon as you do this, you get to see the drop downs have been created on all the columns, right? Now, depending on what data you have, when I say what data you have, remember one of the sessions we spoke about, Excel recognizes numbers, Excel recognizes text, Excel recognizes Boolean values, right? And we understood that it understands the date format as well. So if I go to the date, I will get my sorting order in the filters. Oldest to newest, newest to oldest. We can sort by colors. We can talk about sorting by colors. I'll show you a data with colors also. And then at the bottom, you will see we've got date filters. And all the, all the values that you see over here are around dates. Like if I wanted to get the data related to tomorrow, if I want the data related to yesterday, next month, next quarter, this year, last year, all this information is around dates. And if I click on the drop down of a column which has text, like car type is a text, then you will see sorting is also there. But now this filter is not a date filter at all. It's become a text filter. So suddenly my choices have changed, which is more appropriate to the text data. And if I move to sales, which is numbers, now it has become number filter. And we have things like greater than, less than, top 10, above average, below average, which is more relevant to numbers, right? So we can apply filters. How do you apply filters? As select one cell, go to data, click on this filter symbol. Yeah, so we were talking that in filtering, it will depend what specific criterias will get, depends on the data type that we have. All right. Let me go back to one last thing in sorting, the sorting by colors, so that, we finish the sorting properly. So over here, when you click on sort, custom sort, you get the value of sort on. And typically it is done based on the cell value. Cell value, like we did the dates from highest to lowest, lowest to highest. But we can also do based on the colors. So we have got a cell color and we have got a font color. So if you remember when we were working in the home ribbon, this is the cell color, fill color, and this one is my font color. So in this column, you will see I've got no fill, the red color fill, and the yellow color fill. So if I want to sort the data based on cell color, so I can say, okay, sort the date column because that has colors in it by cell color. And which color do you want on the top? You have to specify. So I can say I want the yellow color to be on the top. Then I can add another level. Now, since I will add the same level of date, I can copy it. And I can say after yellow, what I want is I want the red color and then I want all the cells of no color. So if I click OK, you will see I've got the yellow color followed by the red and followed by no fill. So what I had done over here, so if you have multiple colors and you have to tell what is the order of the colors, you can't do it in one row. That's why I had to make multiple levels. And how did I make it? By copy level. And what are we sorting on? We are sorting based on cell color. And we can also do by font color. So if I pick font color, you will see I've got only two font colors. One is, I've got only, yes, one is white and one is automatic, which is black. So if I say I want the white one first, the second one doesn't make any sense in this case because there are only two. And I click OK. Now you are able to see the white font color is on the top and the black one is at the bottom. So this, when you do coloring, either it's a manual color or you're done through conditional formatting, it really helps to get the data we have highlighted little faster, little easier to look at. So we can do sorting by color also. Okay. All right. So next time when we meet, I've already started the theory about the autofilters. So we'll finish the topic of autofilters.